sources in Lebanon reveal that U.S. President Joe Biden and French President Emmanuel Macron are expected to announce a ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hezbollah in the coming hours. U.S. and French officials have confirmed significant progress in talks, with a senior Israeli source stating that Israel's cabinet will meet Tuesday to approve the deal. While talks show promise, Israeli airstrikes continue on Hezbollah-controlled areas in the southern Beirut, and the Israeli government has not commented officially on the ceasefire details. While White House National Security spokesperson Matthew Miller indicated that a resolution is close, but he's also warned, on the other hand, that nothing has been finalized yet. Let's listen into what he has to say.
What I'd say is we have made significant progress with getting towards a resolution. That includes progress from where we were when I spoke to this last week, but we're not done yet. Nothing is final until everything is final. We continue to work to try and get an agreement over the line, and we're hopeful we can get one, but we need both of the parties to get to yes.
Conflict, and there was a huge...
You should know that typically when we say we're close, we have the caveat that nothing is final until everything is final, and that it takes the parties actually saying yes and getting there. I think you've also heard the Secretary say that oftentimes the very last stages of an agreement are the most difficult because the hardest issues are left to the end. That, of course, is true. Hopefully we'll get there with an agreement. We're pushing as hard as we can to get a diplomatic resolution that would allow these tens of thousands of people in Lebanon and Israel to return home, but ultimately that's up to the parties, not to us. Look, we don't believe we have an agreement yet. We believe we're close to an agreement. We believe that we have narrowed the gap significantly, but there are still steps that we need to see taken, but we hope that we can get there.
The proposed ceasefire would see an Israeli military withdrawal from southern Lebanon, with Lebanese army troops replacing Hezbollah forces along the border. The ceasefire, which would be monitored by a 5-country committee, is expected to bring an end to the fighting that intensified alongside the Israel-Hamas conflict, which has been on since October 7th in 2023. Despite these diplomatic steps, violence continues, with Israel's airstrikes and Hezbollah's missile attacks escalating the situation over the weekend. As both sides await a final agreement, the humanitarian situation remains dire.